Hey, everybody, and welcome to Call the AD. Happy Sunday. I'm Arthur.
I'm Stephanie. Happy New Year.
And this is our weekly show on the Scottish Watches Live channel. This week, we're going to be talking about our watch New Year's resolutions. So this will be our own, but then also some from you all, the viewers. I think we spend enough time between watch purchases in this hobby that we have a lot of time to sort of do some philosophical reflection and stuff. So I think the new year is a good time to think about that and talk about that.
You're making this sound very deep for a watch chat, but I don't know. I feel like normal New Year's resolutions of like losing weight, be more productive. It's just kind of boring, and this is a fun topic. I've also seen people do like New Year's wish lists of like what I'm going to buy in 2021, but I think like resolutions and like thinking back a little bit about like, what do you want to focus on this year in watch stuff?
It can be a particular watch, but...
Oh, can it? Is that what's on yours? We haven't talked about our resolutions with each other yet.
This is all surprise.
Yeah.
So before we get started, just a reminder to please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you know when we go live in the future. And follow us on Instagram at callthea.d to keep up to date with what we're up to. So I guess we'll start off with a wristwatch check. Stephanie,
Sure.
What are you wearing today?
I am wearing my Cartier Tank Francais, so you can't really see it in the glare. There we go. But this was one of my first watch purchases, and I love it.
It's a good one, and I'm wearing one of my first watch purchases as well. I swear we didn't coordinate.
Yeah.
This is my Omega Planet Ocean, the 8500 movement generation.
Yeah. I also just point out I'm wearing my Christmas present. Arthur got me these beautiful sparkly studs, so he did good this year. A non-watch present, because I actually don't Arthur's never given me a watch. I like to buy watches for myself. It's a weird thing. I should get over that, but jewelry I love, so thank you.
You're welcome. That's may delay a watch purchase or two, but we're okay. So and for Christmas, Stephanie gave me a new strap for my IWC Top Gun. And the new mic we're using right down here. We're trying this single camera setup. So looks like folks in the chat are saying it sounds all right. So that's good.
It's good.
Cool. Good. All right. So let's say hi to some friends here real quick.
Okay.
I see Max DC Watches in the chat. Karan and his channel About Time. Check out what they're doing over there. Some cool new videos. Friends Blaine, Dan. Hey, Dan. What's going on? Good to see you here live. I guess we can go ahead and get into it. Blaine's driving but listening.
Okay.
Cool. I'm glad this works on audio too.
Please don't watch, or please don't look at it. Drive safely.
Yeah, we'll give very descriptive audio for you, Blaine.
Yeah.
So I guess let's start this off with some of our resolutions. Maybe Stephanie, do you want to
I will start because I think I have more than you. So first up is I have two lovely pieces that my stepdad has given me over the years. One is a Tiffany's dress watch. It's gold. It's beautiful. Very like simple. Was a men's dress watch, but small enough that I can wear it. And the strap is a little bit busted on it. That came with it, and it's a quartz, and it's out of battery right now. So first up, like in January, I want to get that up and running again, and then also get a really nice strap for it. Deluxe made one like, I don't know, 6 months ago that was black with like gold flecks through it, and I regret not getting it because he's out of that leather now.
Gator or lizard, and in between the scales.
I just think that'd be fun to do something that's like a little funky on a very traditional watch. Anyway, I got to find a strap for it. If anybody has a great idea for something just like a little bit different than a standard black or black lizard or black alligator, let me know, but it needs to be really thin.
So the watch itself is like super clean, white dial.
Yeah, it's white dial, Roman numerals. It's beautiful.
Gold dress watch.
But I love it, and I want to wear it more, and I'm not wearing it all right now because it doesn't tell time, and the strap is busted. So, and then second in the same category is I also have a vintage Universal Geneve, which is functioning and great, and was restored, but the handset was changed. And so I don't know if you have a picture of it.
We've got a picture we can share. Yeah,
but I would love to find a set of the original hands for this, and because the original hands are beautiful, and get that put on this watch, because it's a really nice piece. I should also get a different strap for it as well. And it's a little hard to tell in this picture, but it's a really pretty rose gold color. So I love it. I would just like to have it, it works great right now, but just to have it to its like full glory would be really
You can
great.
kind of tell these are service hands
Yeah.
or that aren't the right lengths a little bit, but the strap you have on it right now is sort of like a smooth brown leather. You can actually see.
Yeah,
there,
it's fine, but I should do something different.
I think that one could use some sprucing up too.
Anyway, okay, that's my first
one.
It's
a beautiful watch. Yeah.
Next
okay.
for you.
So that I'd kind of summarize that as like taking care of some really nice pieces that
enjoy the ones that I have.
Much. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And that kind of goes into my first one as well, which is I just wrote in my notes, I wrote slow down, which, 2020 was for lack of other exciting things going on, was a pretty busy year for me in terms of new watch purchases. I got the Top Gun right at the start of the year. I got the Panerai PAM 560 at the start of lockdown. I got the Grand Seiko Spring. I got the Longines.
You were busy this year. I didn't really count it all up. Oh, I'm due for a watch then.
Yeah. I think it's fair time.
Okay.
It's not nonsense, but yeah, I would beg to differ on that.
This is all nonsense. But anyway, so you're gonna slow down this year? Yeah.
Well, it goes very nicely with my next one. So the slow down is enjoy what I have and maybe especially play around with some really nice straps.
Okay.
We both are big fans of what Deluxe does. And some of their custom stuff. So I think that could be fun to play around with.
Be good.
And I think I'll go into my next one if that's cool, because it's slow down and go big. Those were the two I came up with that I think go well together.
Okay.
Because when you slow down on the number of watch purchases, the budget per watch purchase can go up, right?
But you're not planning on selling any right now that I know of.
Maybe, well, part of the go big was potentially consolidating some things. I've just got ideas to try to go for some maybe more like horologically interesting or significant things.
Okay.
My collection's really sporty right now, and that's my thing, but I also thought I might explore dress watches a little bit.
Okay, let's get this clear why the dress watch thing started. Arthur and I went on a weekend away, and we had our first nice dinner inside tasting menu since March, right? Had a real meal. And so we put on a button-up shirt, probably the first time you've dressed up in 9 months.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a suit. And you're like, I need a dress watch.
Yeah. And then that night I'm looking at Langas and Patek Calatravas, and
ridiculous.
I'm like, oh yeah, it's dress watch time. Let's do this.
And now you're in a sweater and slippers like you are 90% of the time.
And Karan's getting excited. Woo, Langa sale coming my way. Yeah. We'll see about that. Yeah, we'll see about that.
Okay.
But so sort of slow down, maybe go bigger. My watch box of 10 is actually every slot is full with my nicer stuff. So it might be time to
get a new watch box.
Yeah, that's it. You got it. I have been in the second half of 2020 doing a very nerdy engineering thing. And I have a spreadsheet where every time I wear a watch, I put a little tick mark, and I've got pie charts and graphs so I can actually see what I'm not wearing as much. So maybe it's time to be a little quantitative and brutal and, maybe slim things down, but we'll see.
Maybe I'll start tracking mine like yours. Will you set up a spreadsheet for me so I don't have to do it?
You can just copy mine. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll do that.
I will say the spreadsheet started to bias me at a certain point, because I go in there in the morning and I'm like, oh, this one's behind, but I love it, so I'll wear it. So it catches up.
Okay.
It's a little out there.
I'll try it.
But anyway, so those are mine. Slow down and go big were the first two.
All right. My next one is we just recently helped a friend pick out a watch for a very special occasion. He had a great everyday Stoa that he wore all the time. He still wears it. It's great. But we helped him pick out a Grand Seiko, which Karan helped us get. Thank you. And that was a really fun process. It was great to go through all these different possibilities with him, and he hadn't delved into this world at all, and it was great. So anyway, my resolution is I would like to impose this hobby on more friends and family.
Impose? How lure them in?
I guess that's a nicer way of putting it. But I think it would be really fun for some of our closest friends and family that aren't necessarily super into watches, see if this is something they want to get into at any price point, right? Anywhere from $100 Timex all the way up if you want to do something. But I think it'd be fun to like help people find, even if it's not like a slippery slope they want to get into, like one watch to rule them all.
Right.
Classic pieces.
And I think our friend Kyle, who picked this Grand Seiko out, I think he thinks of it as one watch to rule them all. But in the process, he considered so many things that I know there's more on his list now. So maybe it's working. We'll see. Dan's making fun of my slow down and go big and saying it's time for... Dan, there are no 48 millimeter Panerais, so get your facts straight. Sorry, buddy. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Start with the gold Michael Kors. Yeah. We may steer our friends
don't let friends by Michael Kors. You know, that's serious stuff.
That's right.
All right, what's your next one?
Alejandra says I should share the spreadsheet then.
Yeah, you should.
Maybe I'll make a post on Instagram on the Call the AD account. So yeah, go over and check that out. That's a good idea. Thanks. I will. Cool. All right. So my turn?
Yep.
Cool. My next one is really a hope, but I'm going to call this waiting pays off.
Okay.
There's a couple things I'm waiting on, and it's been sort of almost like a running joke on the channel with Karan helping me out with these things. But I have faith that 2021, not only a better year for the world, but a better year for some of the things I'm waiting on. So I am hoping that this will be the year of the Snoopy and the Pepsi GMT Master in some order. I'm ready. Got the wallet ready. You know, bring on the financial pain, and it'll be a great year.
Okay. So this is part of the like slow down but go big.
Yeah, I would say those are big.
Yeah,
those are big.
They are.
Yeah,
they are.
And they're definitely like in my style or realm of sport watches.
Yeah.
You know, the GMT Master has been on my list since I started collecting watches. So hopefully that'll happen this year. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Looks like we've got some other people working to influence their family members here. Alejandra says, I gave my sister her first watch.
Great.
So started imposing watches already.
Awesome.
Evil laugh. Nice. Yeah. I'm curious to see what you picked out for her. That'd be cool.
Yeah. We should do a show actually on like first watch purchases at different price points.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun.
We have like a stock go-to, or it'd be good to like create or it would be good to create like a flowchart survey for people of like, oh, so you want to watch? Yeah. What's your budget? Do you want quartz or mechanical? Do you like this?
Well, you can tell we're engineers because we're talking about creating a flowchart.
And you have spreadsheets for your watches.
The fun part is it's not formulaic, right?
Yeah.
It's up to finding people's preferences
and
that, like helping people discover their preferences. I think is really cool.
It is fun.
Shizzle's asking me Pepsi over Batman. Yeah, I actually really prefer the Pepsi. And there's a whole story about my association with Pan Am aircraft and stuff, but we'll say that for another time.
Yeah.
I don't need to tell my sob story anymore. So that was my third one, I guess.
All right. My next one is probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago. I went through this phase of buying like $100, $200 like Timex swatches, like anytime like something under $300 came out that I thought was kind of cool, I bought it. And now I just find I don't wear them. Like occasionally I do, but I'm never like, oh man, I really can't wait to wear this Timex Marlin, you know? Yeah. And like the Q was cool for like a hot second. I wore it for a minute. It pinches your wrist. You don't love it. Like it looks cool. Anyway, I just want to like clear that stuff out. I have some like quartz, beater watches that I love. I have the G-Shocks that are great. I have some, oddly like sentimental quartz pieces that I'm never going to get rid of that aren't fancy. Yeah. But I think like it's time to let the Shinola go. Okay. Like it doesn't need to be in the collection, like taking up space anymore. So probably start getting rid of some of those. So
that's in that consolidation theme.
Yeah, but not like none of my nice stuff. I don't
okay.
Like interested in selling or getting rid of that. But maybe those are good watches also to give away to friends and family who like want to try out watches. And that would actually bring me more joy than getting some money out of it. So maybe that's part of like
that's a good idea.
Resolution.
That's a good idea. We got a couple people. Here we go. Jeremy Rice says, tried to edge my wife for
Yeah.
us to get dueling watches for our 10-year anniversary. She wasn't having it. She's sticking to her Apple Watch. Hey, but you got your watch.
It's fine.
Hey,
it's good.
It's not a win-win. It's just
just a win?
A win. Yeah, that'll
Take what you
work.
can get.
Nice.
Yeah.
Watch Medicine says the Timex I buy are all Snoopy's and they reflect holidays.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so you have a 4th of July watch to wear
Yeah.
and a St. Patrick's Day. I did think of getting that swatch that they did for Christmas with the Santa like splat on the house
I didn't see
or
that.
on the roof. It was really
that's
funny.
Cool. That's funny.
But I didn't.
Well,
so.
Watch Medicine's not only got the Timex Snoopy's, he's also
The
got
real Snoopy.
all the Omega Snoopy's so far. Yeah,
There's that.
that's cool. Oh, and
Yeah, take it
there
back
we
home.
go.
Yeah, nice.
Wrist Ross saying, I actually got my wife into watches with the Panerai 38mm Due.
It's like jumping in both feet. Like
You like
first
those
one.
a
I
lot,
love it.
right?
I definitely want one of those soon.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we had our sort of dream watch discussion,
Yeah.
and the water resistance is the one thing you change.
Yeah, but in
right?
reality, like I'm not actually gonna
Yeah.
go. I'll go with a dive watch if I'm going swimming.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, this is a
But-
funny comment. I'm not forcing my love of watches on her, and she's not forcing me to get a Louis Vuitton. Yeah, true.
It's fair.
No need to force that.
Yeah, I have both, which is very expensive. So
Yeah.
that's
well
not,
done.
That's not good.
So my next one is do more with this show.
Good.
So whether it's new guests, people that watch the show for a while that we haven't had a chance to interview, bringing in new people, trying to expand the audience is always fun. And then seeing what they have to contribute in the chat or coming on video. Maybe new formats. We thought about maybe doing some reviews and stuff. I thought it might be fun to do some live reviews where people can ask questions and you can show them
That'd
stuff
be
on
good.
the watch.
You can do some like shorter things too. That
Yeah,
aren't necessarily
right.
like 45 minutes or an hour, but like
Right.
kind of 10, 15 minute
Yeah.
segments. Yeah.
Yep. And then I'll save my last one. I'll let you
Okay.
go to the next one.
So this kind of tails into it, but like for a while on my Instagram, I was doing like she reviews watches, which were just like 3 or 4 just on Instagram. Like you could swipe through a standard post and it had like a picture of the watch, a couple wrist shots, some like basic facts about it and my immediate impressions. And it didn't take me long to do, but I thought that was a fun like format to do mini watch reviews. And it was just stuff that I had or I'd seen. So I want to bring that back. Because it doesn't take a lot of time. I think it's fun. Maybe we can figure out a way to make it part of the show, but I think I want to bring those little reviews
That'd be cool.
back.
If you did them on Instagram, we could use them as sort of like a visual for a discussion around it too.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. I like this idea. Dan says we could review Karan's Instagram selfie pics, which are pretty sexy. Yeah, there's some real glamour shots. Yeah. Cool. No, I like that idea.
Yep.
That kind of blends with my review idea. So yeah.
I just don't want to put pressure on ourselves to do a lot, right? This is all meant to be fun.
Yeah.
And it's just an extension of the conversations we have like 90% of the time around the house. So
we just started going live with them basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, let us know what you want to see. But I think those both fit in kind of like the do more with the show thing. Yeah, cool. My last one is actually 2020, despite being a crap year in so many ways for the world, has been like almost an expanding of the virtual watch community, or where distance became irrelevant. I found myself chatting with a lot of new people, a lot more, or people, growing a relationship with someone who I just chatted with casually, cursorily before. So I think it would be cool if vaccines and the world allows us to actually meet some of these people that we've had fun chatting with this year. And now it's like, it's people all over the world, not just because of this show, but just Instagram in general. We've got a lot. I mean, I miss watch meetups with the people I do know in person and the local Red Bar and stuff. But I think it would be really fun to try to like go see some of the people in the comments, that
it'd
we've
also
become
be fun
friends
to
with.
do. I mean, I know like Red Bar does a global meetup, but it'd be fun to go like create our own with friends of like, let's all go meet in
That would
I don't
be
know,
cool.
New York or Vegas
Right.
or
Just sort of like the
UK
ad hoc
somewhere,
network of people
Be
that
fun.
become friends, and you
Yeah.
know, that'd be fun. So anyway, that's one of mine. Hopefully the world allows that to happen safely.
I hope so.
So we'll
That would
see.
be really nice.
Yeah.
I miss like our DC Watch friends too, because I know everybody's gotten a lot more pieces too since
Yeah.
we've seen them last, and it would be fun to compare notes. So
Watch
be
Medicine
good.
says in 10 days he's getting a second COVID
Yay!
vaccine dose. Feels excited as
Congratulations.
getting a stainless steel Rolex at retail. Yeah, it's kind of the jackpot.
It is. Yeah, put me on the
very
list
cool.
for that.
Yeah. Did you have another one?
I do. So I have two more. One is I want to play with straps more.
Mhm.
Because I think more than you, like I like playing around with outfits and matching straps. Like it'd be fun to have like a cool orange one with a scarf or something to go with things. But I have learned something about myself. I need quick release straps. Like let's just stop playing around.
That's a good one.
I just don't change them if it requires the tool, because I like worry a little bit about scratching the inside of the lugs. I don't do it as much. So just like own it myself. I have to have quick release.
Actually, that's a really good one. Make every new strap you buy have the little quick release thing.
And probably get rid of some that I'm just not using. Like
right.
I would love to say that I'm a NATO person, and I'm just not. Like I just don't wear NATOs very often. Even though I have like very like casual sporty watches, but I just don't like NATOs, but like some two-piece, more casual canvasy ones with quick release. I'm all about that. So
you know, this year should have been like the year of the NATO for me, working from home, dressing more casually, and I still just didn't wear them that much.
Yeah.
I have way more than I use, which is a bit of a shame.
I'd also like to try around, like mess around with some like fun fabrics. Like I have some historically significant fabrics from various like space missions. I think it'd be really cool to make a watch strap out of
I've never heard anyone say they have historically significant
I do.
fabrics.
I have like parachute material from some, you know.
It's just an odd thing to say.
It is a very odd thing to say, but or like some, I don't know, like old bags or just things that there's some fabric that means something. Like I'm never going to make a quilt out of this stuff. Like it'd be cool to make like a watch strap or like have a keeper made out of it. I don't know. It'll get crafty.
I mean, there's all these like Panaristi types who want watch straps made out of World War II ammo bags.
Yeah.
But they're cool, but they weren't in World War II, presumably by age at this point. I'm just making an assumption. But these are things connected to stuff that you've done in your work.
A little personalization or like, you know, not just like custom leathers and stuff, but could you get it embroidered with something? I don't know. I want to go like get a little crafty on that.
Oh,
I think that would be
fun.
One.
Do you have a spreadsheet? No. That's a bit much. I don't know if I could do a spreadsheet for straps too.
One at a time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So were you thinking custom? Because I was looking over at what's going on the Deluxe site. This is often where we spend time daydreaming.
Yeah.
Like
go to this like
whoopsie.
The new Nubuck one.
Let's see. Let's go. These are the different leather types. Oh, rats. This is not working well. Email. Bereni. Sorry, this is like IT support in real time here.
Stop there. So I definitely want like I know.
Okay.
I definitely want. Don't worry about it. Like the light blue.
Like this
like that color on something. I don't know what. Maybe my Nomos or a really small one for the Cartier would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
That'd be fun. Yeah. I like thinking custom and trying to match colors and find like the perfect strap for a watch. I think that's a pretty
but I want to do some like crazy stuff with like different fabrics and things.
Dan's recommending Watch Gecko. They're good, but they're in the UK, so they take.
But now I have a bunch of Watch Gecko ones, and they do like pretty nice Milanese mesh straps for like 25, 30 pounds, which is great. So some of my watches that came on straps, but I wanted some sort of bracelet for, I got from Watch Gecko, and they're great and they're cheap, and you can play around with them. So bedazzled.
Shizzle's predicting bedazzling in 2021.
I'm gonna start it. I'll start an Instagram business, make a bunch of money. It'll be great. Thanks for the idea. I'm stealing it.
Hey now. And I haven't tried Strapsmith, but Karan's recommending them as well.
That'd be fun.
So that's cool.
Yeah. You always like really, really nice, excellent quality leather straps, which I do as well. But I think it'd be fun to like mix and match a little bit more. And
the thing for me is if I have a really nice strap that fits a watch and one that's not so nice, I will always wear the nice one. So if I don't get, I'm more about, this is going to sound so bad, quality over quantity in this case. But yeah.
No, I want a bunch of them to change out, but quick release only. There's
a couple of people, Alejandra's saying opinions on Camille Fournier.
I
don't know them that
well.
Yeah. I think they're pretty nice, but I don't really know.
I'll do my homework.
Jean Rousseau is also really good stuff for sure. One of the reasons I tend to like the lugs is you can get sort of custom and really nice leathers from what I've seen, kind of similar to what Jean Rousseau does in terms of quality, but at a little bit easier price point. That's all.
When I went to Paris last, I don't know if it was when we were together or before, there's this great shop, ABL, I think. ABP.
Yeah.
And you can walk into their shop and they just have like thousands of leathers and buckets. And it's really fun to go look. And the decisions were overwhelming. I couldn't possibly make a decision, but it was just fun to like pick through and see like purples and pinks and greens and blues and lizards and alligators and ostriches. It was cool. It's really neat.
Like a block or two off of Place Vendôme in Paris. And it's like watch strap heaven. It's pretty cool. I will say a lot of what they have like in the leather bins is exotic stuff. So it wasn't really what I was looking for, but it's fun to think about and play with.
I have one more resolution.
All right.
Do you have any more?
No, I'm allowed.
Okay. My last one is I want to surprise you with a watch.
Ooh.
We have like a couple milestones coming up this year, and I think I've surprised you with a watch once before with the Nomos Club campus, and that was a success. But I want to surprise you with a watch this year.
I like that idea. That's a good resolution.
But you're so picky, and if you've like latched onto something, you're likely to get it. So it can be a little hard to like make that happen, but I think I'm gonna do it.
Okay. All right. I can benefit from that one.
Can.
That's cool. Yeah. That sounds great.
Okay.
So those are our resolutions for the year, but I thought it would be cool to hear from you all. What are you thinking for this year? We put out a question on Instagram on the Call the AD account and asked people, but I'm also interested to see in the chat right now what people are thinking. I guess there were a couple themes to
let's start with like one of the themes that we saw was like one in, one out, right? And like I guess that kind of goes in with narrowing the collection or scaling down. I'm a little bit into scaling down, but not of my nice stuff, just of like some of the Timexes and stuff that I'm just not wearing. But I really just haven't. I love all my watches. I just don't want to sell any, so that's not really.
We need a new box, I think.
Yeah. Maybe if I do the tracking this year and really find that I don't wear something for like 6 months, I'll consider selling it.
Yeah.
But,
at least consider, right? It's not just about the data though, right? It's emotional too. Yeah. But yeah, there were quite a few people who had in their responses to us on Instagram, their theme was sort of that slow down, enjoy what you have, maybe consolidate. People saying one in, one out. But my favorite was Roberto, who's in the chat here, who said, I think his exact words were one out, at least one in. And like, that's more my style, to be honest.
Yeah.
Karan says his resolution is to get us all the watches we want.
Excellent.
That's beautiful.
Thank you, Karan.
And Dan says, can he please have a watch from you as well?
Sure. I got one. Yeah.
You'll get it from Stephanie if you send her the money, and she can have Karan send you the Breitling Pan Am, right? That's how this will work.
I was thinking of some like real crap watch that I have.
That works too. Yeah. So let's see. What was the next theme?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Grail pieces.
Grail pieces. Okay.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people had said that they want to either grail piece this year. I have like a problem with grail piece, like the concept of a grail, because I think if you're like this deep into the hobby, the idea of you buying one watch that's like, this is your piece, this is it, and you never buy another watch, it's just totally unrealistic. Like it's not going to happen. If you consolidate your whole collection or a big part of it to buy like your grail piece, that's not the end. You don't like suddenly just stop looking at new watches and are satisfied forever.
If you're honest with yourself, it's not going to end. Right?
I don't
if you're
think
really,
so.
really deep in the hobby, like basically
maybe
anyone
you scale
watching
back
this.
or you like don't buy as many pieces as often, but I just think it's a bit of a farce. I don't like, maybe people who aren't super into watches will buy one watch and that's it forever, and it's a really nice piece and you can say it's your grail watch. But yes, there are some very nice pieces I would like to add to my collection. But yeah, I agree, Roberto. I don't think it's realistic, especially for us.
Yeah. Jeremy says it has to involve a quest.
I like it.
The closest it would probably come for me is, it does depend upon your definition, right? I've been interested in the GMT Master since the day I started looking at watches. So getting that, I would probably call it a grail for me, but I'm not saying that's like the exit watch.
Yeah.
No way. I mean, I'm trying to be honest with myself. It's just going to kick off the next whatever.
I guess those are different things, like grail watch and exit watch, right? But I like the idea of a quest. So Arthur, maybe if I surprise you with a watch this year, I'm gonna make you go on a quest for it, to like a scavenger hunt to go get it.
To pull the sword from the stone or
something, or answer these questions 3, or I don't know. It's gonna be,
as long as they're not as hard as Karan's trivia, I'll be okay. Yeah. Oh, Dan's got some. You can surprise me with this anytime.
Okay.
The overseas.
Yeah.
That sounds
Thanks,
great.
Dan.
Dan's got my back. He's like the wingman over here. Yeah, totally. Let's see what else we got. People in the chat suggesting some of their stuff. This is an interesting one. You want to read that out?
This year I'd like to have a capsule watch collection that goes along with a capsule wardrobe. Would be easier if it wasn't for my pesky bank account. Yeah, I actually like this idea, particularly for like capsule wardrobes where you really just kind of narrow it down by season. You have like a certain number of pieces and you can mix and match and wear it with everything. And like I really enjoy every morning having a nice selection of watches to choose from. It's like kind of a game, but it would be nice to have just like 2 or 3 goes with everything, every occasion, like dress, sporty. I don't know what other category you'd have, but
in between.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea. I think that'd be fun. Even if you just
cool.
like put away your watches for a little while, you didn't like sell them or get rid of them, but just only had like 2 or 3 out at a time. And that would certainly make
I don't
like,
know.
the mornings
I like
better.
looking at them all in the box.
I know.
Koos has a nice aspiration here. Add 1 or 2 watches. I'm not sure what, but it would be nice to start spending money on other things again. Nice try. Valiant goal. We'll see how that works out. Yeah. Let's see. Roberta is saying even consolidation is another mirage. I'll trade a Shinola for an IWC.
So those are both very large steps.
Yeah. It's just climbing the ladder, or maybe you could say digging the hole deeper is the right analogy.
I think I have a hard time like getting interested in selling watches because I tend to buy them to mark occasions, and like while I tend to be more impulsive than you are, if I'm buying a watch, it's something that I've thought about for a really long time. I've researched. I don't tend to make bad purchasing decisions, and it's like, I don't know, selling a memory. I would like to say I would consolidate and switch out new things all the time, but it's just not.
We're not much. We're not really like. I've sold 2 watches.
Yeah.
One was one of your Timex Qs for you, and one was my Autodromo, which was I wore for 2 years and kind of got enjoyment out of it. But that's it. So I'm talking a big game on consolidation, but we'll see if I actually do anything.
Yeah. What about Max's resolution there?
Let's see. Max is saying, I just want to finish my core, add the sub so I can go experiment with Doxa and the like. I kind of like this idea, and I've talked to Max about it too, which is I found that once I had sort of like really versatile, classic sports watch pieces, then I felt almost liberated to go out and get more like niche, modern or funky things.
Crazy color dials.
Yeah.
Like white.
Right. So
you.
like, yeah. Well, in my case, it was like a Black Bay 58, a Speedy, and those were sort of like my daily
Yeah.
core stuff. And then the next watch I bought was the Top Gun with
Yeah.
the ceramic case, and I thought that was going to be like less worn sort of niche thing, but I actually ended up wearing it second most of all.
Yeah.
So
That's fun.
I think it kind of frees you to pursue your, like, find your own like taste in a narrower way, maybe.
Oh, go to Watch Medicine's comment.
Ooh.
So Arthur and I were just talking about this, of having a watch drawer, as we have like our cases on our dresser, but I actually think it'd be really nice to like have the top drawer on our dresser be watches and like lay them out and not have to have them like in the glass. I think that'd be a nice way to look at them. So I was just thinking about that. That would be great. Though it does remind me of what's the movie?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, where he has like his winders in a drawer, but they're horizontal, which is like, haha, watch people.
Gravity doesn't go that way,
Yeah.
right?
That was funny.
Let's see. Jeremy's saying he agrees.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a lot of watches that are from an event, like you
Yeah.
said, right? And those can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. How would you sell them and part for them? It doesn't really.
Yeah. I think Rick had an idea of like, what was it? Go to one watch collection, keep the Pam, sell the rest.
I think Rick's kind of moving that way.
That's
he
bold.
was talking about some sales recently.
I do like the idea, though. I mean, kind of back to the capsule collection of, okay, I won't sell anything or get rid of it, but just have one watch out and wear only that for like 3 months or 6 months or a period of time.
I couldn't do it.
Okay. No.
Unless I didn't own the others.
What if you really played with straps a bunch?
Okay. The Panerai would actually be good for that.
Yeah.
They're good. They are really fun with straps,
Yeah.
to be honest. You know. So yeah, let's see what else we have. People.
There was one other.
Yeah, there were a couple more from Instagram that
Mhm.
people sent in. I like this one. It was from Playwatch on Instagram, which was Go Independent. Obviously takes some pretty big funds to do that, but he was talking about Jorn, Lane, you know, other fancy stuff like that. That'd be cool.
It's just a world I don't know like enough about yet, but I worry that the second I learn about it, that's like, well, crap.
Oh, I want
Oh,
that
I
now.
want that now, yeah.
Careful there.
They're kind of in that, like, not independent versus like micro brands, but I feel like you and I kind of tested the waters on micro brands and realized, like, for the most part, it's kind of not for us.
They just,
I don't know.
For me, they just don't. I don't reach for them within my watch box as much. That's not the same for everybody.
No,
but I think I'm just a bit of a snob, to be honest. I mean, if I'm like having tested my own behavior.
Yeah. I see things that come out that I think are like really great value and interesting and pretty. But then when I think about like what I'm going to see in my watch box or watch drawer, am I going to pick one of those out? Probably not. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Karan's saying FP Jorn is awesome. And Mike replies, the ship has already sailed. Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard as well, especially in terms of prices. Hey, our friend Michael Orr's here. He said Lane is great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know enough about them, but what I've seen online is some pretty amazing, especially like the dial guilloche stuff. Andrew Shields is recommending Habring too. Mm-hmm. Independent but not exorbitant.
Yeah,
they've made some cool stuff. Yeah. And Karan just says go Patek and not the steel ones. Okay. Yeah, good advice. So the last one I got from Instagram was a theme of people wanting to try a particular brand that they haven't yet. I think best example of this was our friend Arrested Time. He's basically 100% Rolex brand family guy, like Rolex or Tudor, right? And he messaged saying he wants to try Cartier this year.
I think everyone should try Cartier. I think Cartier are fantastic for watches. Ladies are on this train, but like, I don't know. I think the Santos is, I mean, everyone knows I'm such a fan of Santos, but I think the Santos that they just released a couple of years ago, is really fantastic and at a like not stupid price point and something that more men should think about and consider.
So if you had to pick a Cartier for me from their lineup, What would you pick?
I'd get Santos.
The bracelet.
The bracelet one. Yeah, but you can change
Yeah.
out the straps.
Yeah, those are cool.
Though I
Those
know
are cool.
like you like the dress watch, the long skinny one.
I
What
like
is it?
the Tano.
The Tano.
I don't know if I'm like snazzy.
You need
enough
like a
to
skinny
pull that
suit
off.
and a skinny
Yeah.
tie and like have your pants like hemmed a little too short to wear that. But
Yeah, right. I'm not like
I don't
a
think that's- I don't think
dandy,
it's you.
like a fashionable, fashionable gentleman of that.
I don't
that
know
sort.
what new brand I would want to try. I'm going down the Rolex like slippery slope a little bit.
My new brand to try this year is Rolex.
Yes, you don't have
Because I don't have one and I haven't. I've just been exploring everything else
Yeah.
up to this point. I got a lot of people saying, Kron says go for the blue dial Santos. Those are cool.
Those are cool. Yeah.
Roberto's with him there. I like Shizzle's idea here. Arthur could rock a Cartier
No,
Crash.
I would steal it. I love the Cartier Crash. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
Maybe JLC will be my like brand this year. I've been talking about wanting to get a Reverso forever. It doesn't have to be like, maybe I could just get it. It doesn't have to be like the one Reverso that I have forever. You can get some really great deals on pre-owned. So
let's see. Dan's saying that Arrested Time wants the Cuban chain bracelet Hublot.
what is that? It sounds
You don't.
awful.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture later. I don't want you
Okay.
to get ill on camera. Our friend Kyle's here. Kyle, earlier we were talking about your new Grand Seiko.
Yeah.
So got some support for the Cartier bandwagon there too. Jorge is on in the Explorer support.
I think an Explorer
team.
one would be great for you. I have one, but it's the smaller 36 millimeter, and it just looks a little too small for you.
Yeah, the 39's pretty great though.
It's good.
And it's like one of the last 39 millimeter Rolexes they're making with the OP
That would
moving
be
up in
nice.
size. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Any other thoughts? Oh, Roberto's saying go Moser. Oh, sorry. The comment shifted over here. Yeah.
I feel like Mosers are beautiful to look at, but do you actually wear them? Like those dials are
Yeah, you can wear them.
like really.
You just have to do it. You just put it on your wrist
I don't
and you
know.
wear
I feel
it.
like I would just stare at it and run into
Yeah.
things.
Yep. It's
But
a 369 Mafia
Yeah.
hype train. Yeah.
there's a lot of Explorer
I
fans in
know.
this.
I know.
Yeah, you're
It's,
late to the party. That is a good one.
Yeah.
Actually, Kyle, if you're still on, that's a good like
Go look at that.
go look
watch
at that
now.
after
Yeah.
your Grand Seiko.
Yeah.
That would be a good one for you too.
Yeah. Koos is
Yeah.
saying, he's on the Explorer train in 2021
Yeah.
too. So we'll see. Any other resolutions from those in the chat right now? I think we've kind of blown through ours, but I feel like at the start of every year we say things like, "Oh, slow down, consider what you have, and enjoy it," and then it's just like free for all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to reflect, but let's be honest.
Well, it's all like silly anyway, right? This is all just
Mhm.
like fun stuff to think about. But it is nice to be like a little analytical about
Yeah.
what we have.
Right.
But I know you have specific pieces you're like waiting for and ready to
I'm
get.
trying not to lose track from that.
Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to stay on target.
I'm like refreshing my wish list. I try to keep like a running wish list on my Instagram highlights. So I want to refresh that and try to like stay focused on things because I tend to get sidetracked by
Yeah.
all sorts of things. So that might be good to like refocus.
Yeah. I'm not following the chat here. I think it's about a Bollywood movie audition for Dan, but I'm just going to presume Dan's talking about guest starring on this show and coming back. So we'll say, whenever you want
Anytime,
to, Dan,
yeah.
you're welcome. So I guess we'll probably leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good chat. Thanks everyone for being so verbose in the comments. It was fun to like hear what everyone's thinking about New Year's, but I hope everyone's like got their watches out today and enjoying what they have.
Yeah.
So,
Happy New Year.
Yeah,
Happy
happy
Watch
2021.
New Year. As a reminder, I'll do the YouTube thing and say, please subscribe to the Scottish Watches live channel if you haven't. Check out the other Scottish Watches media, the podcast, and so on. Hit like and also follow our show on Instagram at callthaa.d.
Yeah.
And we sometimes put out fun polls and questions and stuff there that helps us bring you new fun shows.
Yeah.
So
Good.
yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
See you
and
soon.
we'll see you all soon. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.